I was her backup plan. About 20 years ago I met a woman who I had an instant attraction to. I found out she was recently divorced. I pursued her. She seemed interested. I asked her out, we started dating, eventually we moved in together. This all happened over the course of 2 years. We were supposedly taking it slow because she was still sensitive about the breakup of her marriage. I thought things were great and I was really in love. I was planning on asking her to marry me if things worked out with us living together. After just 2 months I came home and she had packed all her things and informed she was going back to her ex and they were going to work things out. I was hurt, but I knew she still had feelings for him, so I wished her well and tried to be understanding. She said she waited until I was home to tell me in person, which I thought was weird since she decided to pack her belongings first. I had a vague feeling that she was just going to ghost me and I came home before she could leave. She got back with her ex and I started dating other women again. After about a year she contacted me just to see how I was doing. We talked and she let me know things didn't work out for her and her ex and she wanted to see me again. I was still into her, so I agreed and we started dating again. Another 6 months went by, we moved back in together and everything was going great and I still wanted to settle down with her and she was also feeling the same. Once again, after about 4 months this time, she comes to me and lets me know that she wants to date other men because she was still young and in her whole life, she had only been with her ex-husband and with me and she wanted to know what was out there. Again, I wished her well and I moved out. She wanted to be roommates while she dated. I couldn't do that, so I moved out. I knew we would never be together after that and made up my mind to move on, but I was hurting. Not even 2 weeks went by and I found out she had met another guy at her work. She was a bartender and he was the reason she wanted to start dating again and didn't seem to care when I told her I was moving out. I don't know how long they were talking before I left, but he moved in not even 2 weeks later. When I found this out, I was hurting even more. It took 2 years before I could convince her to move in with me, but only 2 weeks for this guy. I eventually start to get over it. After about 6 months I'm still sad, but seeing other women. Around that time one of her friends contacted me and wanted to speak to me. I was confused because she was her friend, not mine, and I didn't feel we were particularly close. So we meet and I'm dreading that it was a setup, get me and her friend back together again. I still had feelings for her, but no longer wished to pursue a relationship. She starts the conversation by saying that it's not her place, but she felt I deserved better. She goes on to tell me that her friend, my ex-girlfriend, had confided in her a long time ago that she wasn't really into me at all, but I was a good guy with a solid career and secure future to settle down with in case nothing better came along. I was stunned by this and it was like someone flipped a switch. Instantly, my feelings for this girl were gone. Thinking back, it all made sense. I knew it was true. I always knew I wasn't her first choice and I was okay with that, but to find out that I was her last choice killed whatever feelings I had left for her. I thanked her and paid the check, and as I was leaving she warned me that things didn't go well with the other guy and her friend had mentioned getting back together with me. Sure enough, a couple weeks went by. She started texting me asking how I was doing, sending me provocative selfies, and even showing up at my usual hangouts. I ignored the texts and pretended not to see at the club and made a quick exit the first time. The second time I was with a date and then I noticed that when she saw that, she made the hasty exit that time. She seemed to get the message after that and didn't contact me for a couple years after that. I'm ashamed to say the last time she contacted me, I felt a grim satisfaction that she seemed desperate and lonely while hinting we should see each other again. Not going to lie, I still harbor resentment. I'm settled down with a wonderful woman now, and she knew that when she contacted me and still did anyway. Comments: you sir are a cuck.